Very good evening, everyone. For everyone who's joining us live from India, it's of course good evening. If you are joining us from any other part of the world, so good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're joining us from. Where am I from? I don't need to tell you that. This beautiful structure that you see behind me, I think it's good enough to tell you where I'm coming to you live from. Also, my t-shirt is another giveaway. So the Eiffel Tower, the beautiful Eiffel Tower right behind me. And we are well and truly here for the Olympic Games, and you are watching us on Sports Today. Just a few hours to go for the opening ceremony. Of course, we'll bring you all the details in terms of what you can expect at the opening ceremony. It's a first. Never before you've had a situation where the opening ceremony is going to be held outside the stadium. That's exactly what we're going to be seeing here in Paris. So we'll bring you all the latest updates for that. But for the moment, this live is all about this important information that's coming out from the boxing arena. And remember, India had multiple boxers competing at the games, but there were four that were being spoken of, two in the women's half in Nikhat Zareen and Lina Borgohain. A medalist, a bronze medal winner last time around. Nikhat, of course, a former world champion as well. So these two were looked at as medal contenders. Then you had Amit Pangal, who was a big time contender previously in the previous Olympics, but really didn't quite live up to that expectation. Got knocked out in round number one. But this time he's come, with not too much pressure, not too much, not too many people are talking about him. So a bit under the radar, but still a medal contender at that. And of course, you have Nishant as well, another person who's really under the radar, but could really land India a medal. However, the news that I'm bringing you from here in Paris is not great news if you were expecting a medal from boxing, from the Indian contingent. And I'll tell you why. And that is down to the draws. Remember, the draws are done a couple of days before the actual boxing event starts, and the draws are done, and specifically for Nikhat Zareen and Lina Borgohain, it's not looking very good in terms of the draws that have gone. So it's not been favorable draws for them. Let me give you a bit of a lowdown why I'm saying that. So first up, in the first round of 32, Nikhat Zareen is set to face Maxi Karenina Kloitzer. She's from Germany. Remember, Nikhat is fighting in the 50 kilogram category. That category earlier was where MC Mericom would fight, and now Nikhat has, of course, taken over that mantle. If she was to win against the German, which is a possibility, and Nikhat starts as the favorite in round of 32. Next up in the round of 16, which is the pre-quarter final, that's where the trouble for Nikhat really starts. She is up against Wu Yu of China, and Wu Yu happens to be right now the number one seed in that weight category. She is the reigning world champion, the current world champion in the 52 kilogram category, and she's also defeated Nikhat Zareen before this. So the number one contender for gold medal from China, Nikhat is going to be facing her in pre-quarter final, and it doesn't get any easy for Nikhat, assuming that she fights a bout of her life and wins that. Next up, in the round of this is of course round of 16 that I was talking about. Next up in when 8 in the quarter final are left. In the quarter final, she is going to face either Rakshat of Thailand or Uzbekistan's Sabina Bobulklova. So both are in quarter final. One of them, whoever wins from there, she's going to be facing them, and against both she doesn't have a great record. Against Bobukulova, who is from Uzbekistan, she lost earlier this year in the Stranja Memorial tournament. She lost to her, while Rakshat, if she was to come up against the Thai boxer in Rakshat, she was the one in the Asian Games last time around the semi-final. If you remember, Nikhat lost, and she lost to this Thai opponent. So and the Thai opponent went on to win the silver medal. So both these boxers that she's going to meet, first of course the top seed in pre-quarters. In the quarters again, whichever boxer comes has been slightly higher than her. So on both counts, it's a very, very tough draw for Nikhat Zareen. If you have to ask me, see, before the Olympics started, I thought between Lina and Nikhat, one will land a medal. Now looking at Nikhat's draw, it's going to be a minor miracle if she pulls up a medal from here. Unfortunately for her, she really has to be the most outstanding boxer, but knowing the kind of personality Nikhat is, she believes in beating anyone on the day. So if you have that mentality and if you think you have to be the best, then you have to beat anyway whichever tough boxer you face at whichever situation. So if you go with that mentality, maybe it really works out for her, but the draw is really not in her favor at the moment. Ditto for Lavlina. Remember Lavlina, a bronze medalist last time around. She's in the 75 kilogram category. She's first coming up against Sunniva Hofstad of Norway, and then and because she's got a bye, so she's starting directly from round of 16, not like round of 32 that Nikhat did. So that's an advantage. But in the round of 16, she's coming against the boxer from Norway, and in the quarter final, she'll have a potential clash against China's Li Qian. Qian, remember, is a two-time Olympic medalist, and she's also previously defeated Lavlina Borgohain in the final at the Asian Games in Hangzhou. So on both counts, going past that quarter-final hurdle for Lavlina at the moment seems very, very tough. So which is why not a great, but I would say Lavlina slightly better draw than Nikhat, so may still have a chance of an outside medal. But at the moment for both women wrestlers, it's looking very, very tough. Remember, we've also got Jasmine in the 57 kilogram category. And she will also be coming up against a boxer from Philippines, not that highly rated, but next up is going to be a boxer from France. Remember, home boxers tend to get a lot of advantage, so there it becomes very tough for her as well. Asian Games bronze medalist in Preeti Pawar, you know about her also. She's going to be up against Vietnam's Wo Thi Kim Ah in the round of 32. So we'll have to see, but they are not really highly rated contenders. So the two highly rated contenders have got the worst draw. But let's turn our attention to the men's side, and this is slightly better news. Amit Fangal and Nishant Dev. Remember, Amit Fangal in 51 kilogram category, I pointed out last time around, he was a top seed, a medal at the World Championship, was contender for at least a gold or a silver, was knocked out in round 1. But many say that he was rather unlucky, came up against a boxer he wasn't really suited to. If he had won that, many thought that he could have gone on to win a medal. This time, let's see, he's come with a little bit less pressure on him. Let's see where he's going to go. First up, he's going to face Zambia's Patrick Chinyemba. Chinyemba is a seasoned competitor. He's won a bronze medal at the Commonwealth Games, but assuming he can beat him, he will have tougher opponents going forward. Nishant Dev is set to start against Ecuador's Jose Rodriguez Tenorio in his first bout. So they may still have slightly, and Nishant, by the way, not too many people are talking about Nishant Dev, but could be an outside chance for a medal too. But the two premium boxers, you were hoping that they're going to get a medal, if not both, at least one. They haven't got a great draw so far. So that's the latest from the boxing. From the archery, as we updated you, India in a much better position in terms of how they finished in their qualifying rounds. We'll keep bringing you all the latest updates. Today, of course, as I mentioned, is the opening ceremony. Not much action, but right after the opening ceremony from 28th onwards, it's going to be hectic because you will have the shooting events. India up for medals at the shooting event. Archery in a day after that is going to be up for an event. So plenty to look forward to. All I'd request you is to, subscribe to Sports Today if you haven't already. Give us a like in our video. Share it with your other sports-loving friend. And throughout this next 15 days, we'll be bringing you all the latest updates from here. For the moment, bye-bye, take care. Nikhil Naz signing off from Pari.